welcome to the B Team Podcast. I am your host, Josh Safran, with my co-host,
Matt Mars,
and our permanent guest,
Rob Nelson.
We're here every week to talk to you about all things Bentonville, bourbon, and business. The B Team Podcast. Be here. Welcome to the B Team Podcast. I'm your host, Josh Safran, with my co-host,
Matt Mars,
and our permanent guest,
Robbie.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
We are here every Thursday for all things Bentonville, business, and bourbon. And today's a special episode because I had to bring in our friend. Jim Corbett, who is a business owner, but we're not talking about his business today.
No.
Since I do all the admin work for you guys, you didn't know that we have a fan club.
We got some mail.
There's a
fan here.
There's a fan club.
Okay.
And Jim happens to be the CEO, founder, and president of our fan club.
It's a recently formed fan club.
And I asked Jim,
explosive growth in the last several days.
I asked Jim, I said, can you please reach out to the fan club and we do an episode around what the fans of the podcast want to know. So Jim has come armed today to bring content to us specifically from the fan club.
Whoa,
Josh specifically told me to be careful about bringing content that you guys are not used to.
Time out. So is Bobby, does Emily have a note for him? My mom, and the lady from Hawaii, and Haley.
Those three
All right, so time out. So how did you reach, number one, how did you figure out what this fan club is?
There are certain things I can't disclose. As we go through, I'll probably disclose, after a drink or two, I might disclose more than I intend.
All right. We definitely want to drink a cocktail for this time.
So this one will be good, Matthew.
I mean, we got the elk also.
Fire it up.
Which we could do this one. You were proud of this.
You want to do a little Dickel?
I think we need to do yours first. You were Josh. You feel like I'm not bringing bourbon anymore because anytime I bring bourbon,
drink yours too. No. I was gonna pour that one, but
yeah, I mean we can.
I'm personally out of the elk head first.
You want to do the elk head
first? The elk head. Sure.
You are our fan club president. You could have whatever you like.
I wonder if we could probably use the elk head on this too when we do it.
Well, you gotta be careful when you have a little Dickel, Matthew.
A little different. We're gonna try both. Let's go. Yeah, not a little bit. Yeah, go a little light.
Jim, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Good.
All right.
Let's do a cheers.
Sure. Are you the founder and the CEO of the fan club?
Founder, CEO, general manager, and president.
I'm still going
like
through.
We need hats like the elf.
I'm still going through all
We got the Barnes. So is this just standard elk?
That's their special edition bottle that came out about 7-8 years ago.
It's a blended elk. It's a gold winner from 18.
He just put that sticker on there. He wanted to tell you something good.
I bought like 15 or 20 of those when it was a special edition, limited edition.
You bought 15 or 20 of those?
Back in the day. That's good to be rich.
Yeah. I am about rich, but they were like $30 each. I was going to say, do you still have 17 of them? Yeah. They're good.
And your brother?
Dave does have one because he had this head out. We were putting it on.
That's the first time I saw it. Dave had it in his locker. I went, what is that?
Yeah, it's cool.
Notably absent from the fan club at this point.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Just keep it away from Brewer, then he doesn't break the horns off.
Yeah. Shout out to Brewer. Break the horns off.
He may bring that raptor bone. Smash it.
President, CEO, founder, general manager.
Listen, first of all, let me just say what an honor it is to be here. You guys have become icons in Northwest Arkansas.
Icons.
Yeah, among the most. I mean, you've got you've got the.
Matt, do you have your boots on? We're skin deep.
I mean, we're saying you've got
who's who.
You've got the Three Stooges. You've got Brad, Angelina, and Jennifer Aniston, and you three are like the threesome most famous in Northwest Arkansas.
We're our threesome.
You guys are the threesome most famous in Northwest Arkansas.
Shout out to our threesome.
Shout out to your threesome.
I don't know what's happening. I don't even know that I can cheers to this.
No, but the one thing that was a consistent message from the, again, very limited in numbers fan club was that, they want to get to know you guys a little bit more. They want to peek under the covers.
Whoa.
You guys have done such a good job of turning the spotlight on businesses and bourbon tastings and things going on here. And
got to turn it back into
it's time to turn the spotlight back on you and get to know you guys a little better. So I have questions here. We have Twitter and X and Instagram, all the stuff,
and they've all been firing questions.
Into me. I've tried to select the best. A few might get by that I'm not proud of, but we're going to go through them.
We are going to edit this, right?
Of course. First of all, I need to understand policy on cursing in the room.
We can go PG-13 to R.
Okay.
But we got to be mindful, and Bobby will help me edit it this weekend. So PG-13 to R is fine.
All right. The one thing I'll share with you guys is, Josh, I believe I was on your first podcast ever.
Yes.
Probably 2.5, 3 years ago, maybe. 3 fucking years it took me to get back in an invite, so I must have been terrible. So
you were really good.
Extremely
low. Didn't want you back.
It's like the invites to my house, Jim. They're very special.
Special / rare. All right, so first, we're going to start right out of the gate, okay? Tell me something the audience doesn't know about. You guys have gone through several episodes. I'm not going to tell you how many. That'll be brought up later. But tell me something the audience might not know about you. I'll start with you, Matt.
Well, they probably don't know that we think here.
Tough question out of the gate. Why don't you, Josh, let you think about it?
I mean, they probably don't know that Josh, he really doesn't like people coming to his house.
Oh,
joke with him.
That is true. That is true.
Like, he doesn't like anyone to come to the house. He wants to he invites everyone to your house.
Also true.
If we have
Josh, tell us, why don't you want people at your house?
I've had bad experiences in the past with hosting people. Maybe a little lightsaber fight, knocked some stuff off the wall at one point.
Lightsaber.
Yeah, some kids came over. They're banging around. Lightsaber stuff broke off.
More under the cover.
Now, but were the problems you or the other people? Because we've had you out in the wild when you throw mints at people and stuff in the restaurant.
Yeah. I mean, listen, when I cross the line, there's no going back. And occasionally, after a good podcast, the line does get crossed with a good mint toss in the parking lot. Oh, okay. Ruth Chris, shout out.
Rob, how about you?
Some of you don't know about me.
Sure.
I'm a Pisces.
Oh, I did not know that.
And I'm a lover and not a fighter.
Well, there you go.
He just got fresh pellets today.
Shout out to Angie.
Shout out to Angie and Vibrant Med Spa.
Well, so now I will share something. So I didn't necessarily know that you guys do 3 podcasts in a single day. So, this is the third one. I can tell everyone who's not visibly seeing this and just listening, the guys look exhausted. They're half in the bag. But has that always been the deal, that you're running 3?
Do I look that way or just those 2?
No, all 3 you look pretty rough. I'm not going to lie.
I'm looking rough?
Yeah, and I felt pretty good about it. The black shirt, I thought it was working for you.
Yeah, we do 3 in a row. It's always hard. I have to get the guys to wear 3 different shirts. And I have to try to manage Matt's alcohol intake by the 3rd one. And today he's feeling pretty good.
Well, in honor of it being Thursday, we're going to do a little bit Throwback Thursday.
Throwback Thursday.
So I have a visual aid. I'm hoping. Where do I put it up for the camera to see?
Right in front of you.
Right in front of me, like right there?
Nope. Put it right straight.
Fantastic. Right. So hopefully they.
Oh, there.
Right there.
Look at that.
Look at that. This is
family.
So here's what I will say right out of the gate.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be nice because there's no reason not to be.
All right.
You guys look fucking great.
Yeah, I mean,
we
look the same.
I would say no, you don't look the same at all. You've all lost weight. Yeah. And one of the questions from the listeners was, all I ever hear them do is drink and stuff their faces with subs and various foods. How have you guys gotten in such great shape over the course? I'll start with you, Rob. Yeah. What's the secret here?
The secret is to go back and watch the Vibrant Med Spa episode.
Vibrant Med Spa.
Yeah, and they've taken really, really good care of me.
And it's not just replacing meals with booze or anything like that. It's much more healthy approach.
Yeah. Well, today, my lifestyle. Like today, we changed our lifestyle. We got a sub, but we didn't get the chips with it. Yeah, no chips.
That's a big deal.
No chips.
Yeah. And we got
shout out to Good Sense.
And we got the 8-inch instead of 16-inch.
Yeah.
So, Matt, any talk about, with this any talk about like a swimsuit calendar? I mean,
I've thought about it.
Well, let's talk about it, right?
B-Team podcast.
It'd be kind of like fireman, but not. We could do.
What if we did a B-Team podcast calendar? I like that idea.
Yeah,
it'd be a great seller.
We could do like the Chippendale outfits. We could wear the bow tie.
Can we start with a hat or
just
a t-shirt?
Just the bow tie with the
bow tie and a roll.
How about a pair of Jordans?
How
How about a t-shirt? Let's start with a t-shirt. A t-shirt.
I don't know that anyone's going to buy that though.
I do think the calendar will be a bestseller.
Yeah.
I mean, Angie would buy one, Emily would buy one, Corey would buy one. If Chad did it, Emily would buy one.
I'm not.
We could get like some Miami Bobby pictures and then with the Gucci glasses going and the
Get you with the Hubbard's hat and the glasses.
Yeah.
Shout out to Hubbard's.
I mean, I can
Shout out to Hubbard.
Do that. Yeah. I like that. That's
Josh, any thoughts of changing the name to the B Team Podcast?
the BT
the
podcast.
podcast.
The
I
podcast.
do like that because you guys do look good.
Yeah.
You guys
All three of you. You've lost weight too, Josh.
Yeah.
Not like
He's
these.
gotten more gray too, but you've lost weight.
You know, Emily said you've lost a little weight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably muscle weight.
Definitely muscle weight. You know, with an athlete like myself with a bad knee.
I mean, the pickleball scene isn't keeping.
It's just not the same.
It's not keeping them up.
It's not the same.
All right. Well, so
What's happening?
what?
I need more bourbon.
More bourbon.
You want to go Dickel?
Let me finish the old elk.
before we open the
Old elk was actually pretty good.
That was good.
So, guys, listeners noticed that through the course of the podcasts, they've shortened in duration. In fact, 18% shorter in recent podcasts than the average podcasts before it.
Which I think is a good thing.
Well, I was going to ask you: is it more laziness? Is it a rift in the relationship? What's driving the shorter
I
hours?
would say all of the above.
So
These two are fighting.
No, actually, I think we're fighting a lot.
But Bobby has started to come more often.
Yeah.
He doesn't. There for a while, it was every other.
It was touch and go.
He was gone.
It's touch
He
and
just-
go.
And we wouldn't know until 3 minutes before. Yeah, I'm not coming today.
Well, that was another. I'm glad you brought it up because we could segue right into it. But another question from several of the rabid listeners was: when do we lose the permanent guest, and when does Rob become co-host? What is the story? Is he going to get a promotion? Is that in line soon?
Well, we don't want to call it a throuple.
Yeah.
Like it's like
Matt, you've been spending way too much time on social media. I know exactly which one you've been watching.
Jim, there's a host
Yeah.
and there's a co-host, but there's not a co-host.
Yeah.
Right. So you have to figure out a role.
It can
But
be
you're
multiple
only
co-hosts.
you're only the permanent guest if you're actually here a larger percentage of the time. And he's gotten better, but he's also got more.
so like 70% probably.
70.
Well, here's the problem, Jim.
Oh, please.
Right? They put the date out, right? And just like the threads we're on, then there's 50 comments. So if I don't catch the date early on, I didn't even know we talked about a date.
Well, we got to talk to our admin. He needs to send calendar.
Calendars.
For the calendars that you don't pay attention to.
I've
Then
done
it's
better with
then
my
it's
calendar.
then it sends us a reminder.
Yeah, ask Jim. I showed up to his house in a panic the other day looking to meet a customer, and I had his address in a customer's meeting. And Jim and Corey are like, what are you doing here? I'm like, I don't know. I'm looking for a custom home build.
And there you go. Point made.
All right, guys, it's time for using some visual aids here. I'm going to ask you to open envelope number one.
Number one.
Number one.
This is a big deal.
It's the blue one.
Okay.
If you,
Is that blue? It looks black to me.
it's blue. Okay, so you've got names in front of you here.
By the way, it doesn't say Bobby.
No, it's Rob.
Okay.
How do you that?
Fair. Okay.
Okay. So what I need you to do is quickly, first thing that comes to your mind, I need you to show me the card of the person.
So we hold the card up kind of like this.
Hold it up, and we can talk about it or
Okay.
pass on it. We'll do whatever. But who is the biggest ball buster in the group? Josh, Matt. All right, I'm going to start with the minority choice here. Josh, why Matt? Because I would have absolutely thought you.
Well, I'm an outward ball buster, but Matt, he's like the subtle, like he throws the digs in and you go, gosh, Matt's just coming over the top, but from a more subtle place. So he causes more trouble, but he does it without any harm caused to himself.
Fair to say, Josh,
Matt doesn't
might be
like
the bigger
nonsense.
ball buster, but you're the one who likes to cause trouble and stir shit.
I'm the puppet master. I'm just controlling him back here.
All right. Who's the cheapest?
Whoa!
All right. Again, welcome to Minority Answer. We had two Matts and we had one Josh.
I mean,
Matt, please
it was a toss-up.
You have to say that.
Matt couldn't vote for himself.
I'm expecting at least someone to vote for themselves before this is over.
I'm honest, so you're gonna, if you hit me, I'm gonna put my name up.
All right, who's the most likely to leverage the tremendous fame you guys have accrued into a political career over the course of the next 5 years? Who can we expect?
I'm gonna change my political career. Yeah.
You originally said you, Rob. Where'd you think I was going with?
I thought you were going somewhere else to get something for free.
So we think. So Josh, a unanimous vote here.
Yeah.
Political aspirations in the future, is that something you could foresee?
Well, I think I'm the only one on our Facebook page that says I am the host of the B Team podcast. The other guys don't want to associate themselves with it. So I'm going to try and springboard this.
Again,
We're not the
association with the podcast might not be the best way to get elected. And
Also fair. But I think I think this could really
There's a
help.
lot of honesty in this group, though.
Emily would be comfortable being first lady.
I would be first man probably for her. More likely. That's a more likely situation.
Fair enough.
And he'd have to say above approach.
Yeah.
All right.
So they would last like maybe an hour.
I'll take that.
All right. Back to questions from the listeners. Okay. Josh,
Are we done with his?
we're done with those.
Okay.
Okay.
We're going through rapid fire.
Love it.
Rapid fire. I didn't want to
Are we
over
to number 2 here? Or
real easy on number 2. Don't jump ahead.
Don't do number 2.
Don't jump ahead. Don't tell Josh how to cut hair. All right. So, Josh, Donnie from Springdale, Josh, asks, Bentonville's recent growth has been mirrored by a sharp uptick in men's grooming salons. Will you be targeting any of Lou's, Hudson Hawk, or The Cave on an upcoming podcast?
Absolutely.
You will? Which one?
No. I'm an equal opportunity gentleman's grooming salon place, and if we thought it would be good to have Uptown Barber Lounge or one of those folks come on in, I'd be happy to host them.
A bit of a different business model, though.
He would not.
Yes,
would not
is subpar hair salon.
I already know Josh wrote this.
No, he did not.
He's already. It's just proving because
Josh has seen none of
it's
these
circled
questions.
around to Josh's questions already.
No. Sure, there's some coming for you, Matthew. I'd be certain of that. Well, no, I think it's a small town, and there's lots of people's heads to cut, and
Lots of fish in the large pond of Northwest Arkansas.
I used to go to Hudson Hawk before I went to Jen's place. It's a completely different business model. Completely different.
How so?
How so? Well, this is membership with a lounge and lockers and like
Premium experience.
premium networking. Hudson Hawk, they offer a premium haircut experience, but that's it, right? There's no hot towel or massage or bourbon lockers. It's you're in and you're out, and that's it.
Understood.
That's where
So it's just for a person that doesn't have
right,
2 hours to go.
right, or doesn't go network
Yeah,
or
like that, yeah.
This is almost like a club. That's a haircut place.
Yeah.
okay.
what a good business model.
yeah.
I'm equal opportunity.
Fair enough.
I'm a good guy.
All right. I said earlier we're casting a wide net with the fan club. We actually have one. Maureen in Melville, New York. Maureen. Yeah, Maureen in Melville, New York. Yes, Matt. I'm a big fan of your brother Dave. With him getting the looks, money, and success, are you disappointed that you only seem to get the sense of humor?
No, I'm not.
You're okay with that?
I'm okay with that.
No bitterness at all?
No. not at all.
Fantastic. I love that.
I mean, I would think at the end of the day, Dave is probably the one that feels like little slighted.
Yeah. Matt has, anyways.
Well,
We're just going to leave it.
Well, we did talk about the fact when Dave was here that you originally were the first in line for the TV show, and then you failed the interview, and then it went to Dave.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
I always showed up late, probably.
You know, maybe you could get a role as permanent guest.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I should ask him.
always an option.
Yeah.
Well, you have taken a bigger role in the show.
Yeah.
As you've stepped away.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Should we get into that a little bit?
My favorites are the episodes with you guys in it.
I will say one of Dave's viewers did ask where I was.
see, everyone misses Bobby.
Who doesn't miss Bobby?
They want to know where he's from.
That's fine. Yeah.
Bobby, question for you. James from Centerton.
James.
Yes. If I were to see you at a casino and try to find you, what table would I most likely find you at? And would I be wrong to assume I'd find Josh at the slots?
And would you make me take you there in a snowstorm?
Drinking hot chocolate.
Most likely at blackjack
Most likely black.
Most likely at blackjack. And Josh likes playing
What about the
blackjack with
poker
us.
room? That was
I do like poker, but like most likely you're going to find me at the blackjack table.
The one time I did go to the casino with you, Josh, you were not able to join. You did not have a good night at the blackjack.
No, that ended shortly. That's when then you found me in. But
We found it, and we did very well.
yeah, we made our money back plus some.
We were like,
Where was Matthew?
and Matt Damon in round.
Yeah.
we were cleaning up.
Enough to get to buy breakfast at Waffle.
Enough to get waffle and breakfast. That's right.
That's how I got my 3:30 a.m. phone call.
we tried to include Josh. And
We
he
did.
wouldn't answer the phone.
It's true.
True story.
Joe R. from Austin, Texas. That's a two-part question.
We got a wide reach.
I host a small podcast myself. How can I
So is ours is small, I guess.
how can I develop
Nickel.
better relationships with my listeners? And second question, which of you three would win in a free-for-all in the octagon? So we can answer the first question first. How do you guys build connection with the listeners here on the B-Team podcast?
Totally like two random questions.
Listen, I can't control what the listeners are sending.
Bobby and I, we rely on Josh for the admin stuff on building the we think we may have to intervene and like help with it a little bit because he's lacking a little bit, but we're letting him try to take his own steps. You know, we can't be there all the time to help him.
I mean, these guys do nothing. I can barely get them to show up, if we're speaking frankly. It's supposed to be a 33%, and it's like a 99, half and half. But we do try to connect with the community. We try to bring in good folks, promoting businesses. The group that we've brought through here, I think it's been good for them and it's been good for us. He now knows more people than he's ever known. You don't know more people. I do as well. There's restaurants that we go to or the places that we try. You never would have went to Men's Spa. We never would have went to Incense. We never would have went and tried some of these things.
Yeah, we know everything about most business in Northwest Arkansas except the hair business because we can only talk about chins.
Shout out to Emily.
Well, I will say it's one of the reasons I'm sure the listeners came up with the question earlier around political aspirations for any of you. You guys have all become part of the culture up here.
I mean, Rob's thought about being the mayor of Bentonville. He doesn't.
I would vote for Bobby. And
Out.
what was the second question? The second question?
Who takes it in the octagon?
I'll take that question.
Yes, please,
I'll
Rob.
take that question.
Rob.
So if you listen to the previous podcast, one of the things that you would have learned about me as when I was in my 20s, I earned my black belt in Taekwondo.
Oh, really?
So that kind of almost disqualifies me.
Documentation.
That disqualifies me from being in the octagon
I think
because
it just makes you the favorite.
I'll kill somebody.
I'm professionally trained.
Wow.
Wow.
We'll give that one to Bobby.
Well, yeah, because nobody wants to fight Bobby on that one.
And Josh has a bum knee. So.
That seems like a definitive answer. You guys have no argument there.
No, we'll let him have it.
Don't open envelope 2,
No.
Josh.
I vote for
Rob. All right, Rob. All right, so Rob, I vote for a clear winner there. Yes.
And by the way,
Clearly, I need
nicest guy in the world, but you get him angry. Oh boy, not a bueno.
Is that right?
Not a bueno.
The Italian
You're gonna pull off the horns on a bus. Not good. You don't want to be the other side of that.
Yeah, not good.
Doug M. in Bentonville.
Doug M.
Yeah.
I think I know Doug.
Maybe.
Probably.
Doug M. What's the episode that you guys have aired that surprised you the most? You went into it with low expectations, and you were like, that was a great episode.
Easy.
We're gonna let him answer.
Easy.
Josh, go ahead.
We know what it is.
Easy. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Trailhead Tony.
Yeah. What happened?
Trailhead Tony.
These guys, I'll be like, who can we bring in? Who do we know? And
And I brought someone to the table.
and I'm like, this is going to be awful episode. I'm like, this guy, he owns a bar in town.
A great bar.
Well, I never heard of it before. Guy's got long hair down to his rear end, braided up.
Yeah, dreaded out.
Dreads.
Freaking badass.
And he paints,
I wish I could do it.
nails.
So I'm like, who is this guy?
And he's
Podcast,
amazing.
epic.
Great.
It's the number one viewed above Jenny and Dave.
It was epic.
Yeah.
But that also was a night, we talked earlier tonight, that we played beer pong on the podcast.
Rob fell out of the
And
chair.
Rob went to dinner and he fell out of the chair at Ruth Chris. Like this.
Because of my blood
We
pressure.
almost had a deal signed where we could have had some swag, and then Rob fell out of the chair, and it was like
Clint was there.
Clinton was there. That's the last time we saw him.
Yeah.
He hasn't seen us since.
We don't. Yeah, we never saw him again after that.
I'm kind of surprised that, like, the filling your dumpster efficiently wasn't something that exceeded the expectations. That was an episode, and I'm like, wow, that is. I mean, I went on.
Shout out to Elvis.
Shout out to Elvis
in the executive waste management.
I went on today, and within 5 seconds of watching it, it exceeded my expectations. I mean, I think we did get some that's much better.
Yeah.
The dumpster one was.
It was interesting.
It was
good community.
If you ever need a dumpster, you know where to go.
All right.
Good call out though.
Are you guys using them for the build out?
No.
You should have called him. It probably would have saved you a bunch of money.
Walmart's supplying the dumpster. Shout out to Walmart.
They're supplying Big Blue.
Big Blue.
Not to make you guys too nervous, I've spoken to each of your wives.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh boy.
So, and again, I got some interesting things that I'm not necessarily going to share with the crew. But I did get some. So first of all, I want to ask each. I want to give you each. Now, this is the time where you start to earn points.
I feel like it's like the not so newlywed game.
The balance of this podcast is going to be, there's going to be a winner. So if you're competitive, Mr. Taekwondo,
Let's go.
you're going to want to get this right. I'm going to start with you, Matt, because you felt like you slided early.
Also, probably because Karey gave the least amount of feedback on the questions.
Not the least, but the latest.
Shout out to Karey.
At least you got it.
So
I'm still waiting for me. I'm still waiting.
you guys will have time to think about this. Who did your wife think was your celebrity doppelganger? Josh, doppelganger means a celebrity who looks like you.
Thank you. I was going to have to Google that.
Oh, it's Kevin James.
Kevin James. I'm sorry, no. We're going to come back to your answer because I'm fascinated by it. Josh, I'll give you a chance to answer. We'll see if you're in a point.
Emily would have said Jon Stewart.
Emily would have said Jon Stewart. Emily did. She gave two answers, actually.
And they got tweeter from Sean Conn. Scott Conn.
Scott Conn, yes.
Scott Conn.
That's right. You got both answers.
Look
You
at
only
that.
get
You
one
got them
point.
both.
You only get 1 point.
Yeah.
Rob,
So what's the guy you said?
Kevin James.
Is that the guy? What show was he on?
King of Queens.
King of Queens.
Yeah, that's who Angie would have said.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's
hold on.
It's
You guys
amazing.
look the same.
No, they don't.
Same person.
Yeah, that's who Angie would have said. Because I used to get it all the time.
And again, this is supposed to be the rapid fire part, but I do have to bring up this one answer that I got because Mark Wahlberg.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you guys totally made that up.
No, I did not.
How drunk was Karey when she said
I
that?
don't know.
Such a good vibration. Come on, Matthew.
She must have had beer goggles on.
Oh my God.
You know what though? If you do look at it, because
I mean,
like in the eyes a little bit, maybe.
You need a six-pack.
I mean, Rob looked in my eyes. It was a little weird right there.
Yeah, I can see like slightly.
Wow, I need some more bourbon.
More bourbon after.
Wow.
Yeah. Mark Wahlberg.
Carrie needs to go get her eyes checked.
Yeah, maybe you should have a
screenshot of that.
Maybe you should have a LASIK company come with the podcast.
Yeah,
Better than the dumpster company.
I no offense.
leave Elvis alone.
Elvis, you're fantastic.
Mark
All right,
Wahlberg.
it's time for envelope number 2.
Okay.
So who's winning the contest right now? I mean,
Right now, you and Josh are tied. You've had one question, Rob. Don't get ahead of you. I want you to be competitive, but don't Carol.
Oh God.
Angie, Emily, or Karey, who answered the following? Who has listened to the most podcasts? Now, this is for points, everybody. So, who's listened to the most?
Emily.
Everyone votes Emily. You're all correct. Now, what surprised me when I asked these questions was just how definitive the gap would be. So, for question 2, who's listened to the least podcasts? Or this Angie, Karey.
No.
So here's what I'll say.
None.
Angie's listened to a half of one.
So they both, I have to go with what their answers is, regardless of what you guys say. You each get a point. This question is like putting your name right on the ACT.
Yeah.
Karey and Angie both said they listened to parts of 2 episodes. And so I had to give them 2. You guys each get a point for that.
What did Emily say? She's stuck to watch them every
Emily gave much the same complaint that you did around I have to watch them because I'm part of the editing, and if Josh and I don't do it, it's no one's going to do it. So it was very similar in terms of
Shout out to
earlier.
Shout out to Emily.
Josh loves to edit.
Yep.
He does love the editing.
Whose favorite episode was, quote, I don't know, probably the one with my sister. Again, I didn't say these questions would be hard, but we're going to go to more challenging questions. Like, yes, Angie is the right answer. You all get a point. Congratulations.
Shocker. My sister.
Who wants to see a future episode with Alice Walton's new health center being featured? Which I thought was very great and profound and fantastic. You're all wrong. In a shot.
know it's not Angie, then.
No,
It's gotta
Carrie is the one who answered that. She did answer.
There's not a mystery in that one. There's not a murder mystery.
She did mention that she much prefers 2020 podcast, Dateline podcast, any other basically any other podcast.
She's trying to kill Matt.
Was murderous.
She's trying to kill Matt.
Yes.
Yeah. And I don't blame her a lot.
Who is most likely to play the role of Yoko and eventually break up the group? It's a tough question.
Wait. The wives are going to break it to group?
Well, Yoko, do we have to go back and go through the Beatles? Oh, my God.
Sorry.
Yoko Ono started dating John Lennon, broke up the Beatles.
I know who that's going to be.
Carey, there's no points. I just want to see who you don't say.
Everybody says Carrie?
Everyone didn't say Carrie, which is amazing. I didn't even ask them that question. I just was curious to see. Did cause
Matthew say Carrie also?
Everybody said Carrie.
Shout out to Carrie.
Yeah, shout out to Carrie.
She won't like this anyway. No problem.
She'll never hear the answers. That's right. All right. You've got 4 questions left. These questions are doubled in value.
Okay. Oh.
Including Bourbon Review small episodes. How many episodes have you guys run? I'm going to let the first person who slaps the table answer. Josh is going to take a stab.
As the admin,
It's almost not fair.
Yeah.
It's almost not
It's
fair.
almost
But
like you wrote this.
in fairness, going into this, I did not know how little you guys do.
the answer is 70.
That is wrong.
I think it's higher.
I'll give each of you an answer. Now, the closest one gets a point.
I would say 90.
But you can't go over.
I'd say 90.
So 70, 90.
71.
Rob's making a comeback. The answer is 75. Well,
I'll be mad.
Rob's a member.
Oh,
71?
Yeah, so Matt's close.
all right. So Matt, you're making a comeback.
That is dick
4-4-3. That was smart there. Smart. All right. So get ready to slap. Who received an early birthday present when Arkansas named John Calipari head coach?
Josh.
Josh did hit the number.
I did hook up with my wife that night, but the answer was John Williams.
John Williams was a guest on your show who said it was like an early
You're
present.
asking these guys for feedback from podcasts that they don't know if they're coming or going.
All right, this really doesn't bode well for the last question.
Oh boy!
But
This is
we'll
it.
see how it goes. We got 2 more questions, and that's it. And then I'll let you guys ask me a question if you'd like.
Okay.
No, we don't want to.
Fair enough. What was the longest episode? Ooh, BT podcast. Slap the table if you think you know.
There's been quite a few.
Yes, there were.
Yeah.
I think I know, but I'm gonna go after these guys because I don't want to.
Okay.
The longest episode?
Longest episode.
Is it the one with the tennis place? What's the name of the tennis place?
Matrix.
The Matrix. I think Matrix.
Okay, you got Matrix.
That's not right. You got one chance to steal here.
No, I know, and I know who it is. And I'm trying to think because we had to cut him off.
Well, Josh has a lot to do with it.
If it went to 2 parts, that's
One.
Oh, it's not
with
2-parter.
single episodes. This is a 2-part episode.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
That would require math on
Go
that
ahead.
part.
Go ahead. You do it.
it's either Dave or Jenny, and I think because it was so early on, and we didn't know any better, it was probably Jenny.
Jenny Mars is right, which leads me to a follow-up question here. I feel like with the popularity of this show, you guys deserve a show that features you guys from Jenny and Dave. It only seems fair.
Oh, you're talking about like a spin-off from the Feature to Fabulous with...
They could come into the podcast.
We got to figure out something.
We got to talk to HGTV. It feels like we should do that.
Right now, Josh is in the lead. Here's the deal. I'm going to give you the points. You're going to get to bet as many points as you have. So you can double your money here. And this one will be a little bit of a stab in the dark. So, Rob, you have 4. Matt, you have 3. Josh, you're running away with it with 6 points.
So this is what happens when you do all the work for the podcast.
I understand.
You know the content.
So Josh, you got 6. How much are you betting here?
Well, smart math would say I'm going to bet nothing. I'm going to bet 0, but I'm going to bet 2. I'm going to give these guys a chance.
All right, so Josh is betting 2. Rob, how much of your 4 do you want to put up?
I'm all in, baby.
4. All right, so we got 4 to 2
Yeah, I'm all in too.
to 2 to 3. Okay, so anyone can still win this based on the right answer. And here, it's going to be another one closest. How much time have you guys spent on air for the 75 podcasts that have been done? You can each write down your answer on.
Hold on. So you're saying if one podcast is 30 minutes plus another 30, you're adding them all up?
How many hours and minutes have you guys been on air with the B Team podcast? Feel free to use mathematical.
Just some of these are like 8 or 9 minutes with the other stuff.
Some of them are 8 or 9 minutes. And if you want a pen, you write it on your card. I didn't bring music, so I'll fill in my bourbon glass. If you guys want, I can.
Okay, I have a number, Jim.
Okay, all right. We'll write it down, Josh.
Oh, write it down.
These guys are writing. When these guys are written down, we're good.
So we're giving you how many hours and minutes?
Hours and minutes. Hours and minutes.
So you need like X amount. Okay.
Sure.
I'm ready.
You're ready.
I broke mine into hours and minutes.
Yeah, it's hours and minutes.
You gotta divide by 6. You gotta just divide by 60 minutes here.
Oh, you
Divide by 60.
can take minutes?
Clearly, we don't have the math guy here. There you go.
Okay. We will start with Matt. You're in third place.
16 hours and 50.
Oh, you're way off. You're not even close. Here's. Here. Okay. 16. We know who is not
In
gonna.
last place is Matt Morris.
I'd be like
3 with 3.
This has been almost 16 hours.
It's Jesus.
16 hours.
Hey, the thing is, if they both go over, then I won.
No, it's whoever's closest.
No, you
Yeah.
don't. You don't.
No.
I'm willing to allow it.
That's a loophole.
That's a loophole.
That's a loophole.
So you have to go
Basically, you bet
60
$1. All right. You got 4 points on the line.
Yeah. 56 hours and 25 minutes.
56-25. That's not a bad.
Time out.
Not a bad.
56 hours, but only 25 minutes?
No, 56 hours.
6 hours and 25 minutes, Josh.
Yeah.
56 and a half hours.
Yeah.
Oh.
56 and a half hours.
That's why you divide by 60.
Yeah, if you tell me something like, 40 hours and 2,700 minutes, I'm going to throw something.
No. So he and I did the same math, and that's why I told him divide by 60.
47 hours.
All right.
And
No minutes.
40, he's going round.
I'm going around.
The exact answer is 49 hours and 14 minutes.
Oh, you win.
So Josh is the winner of this inaugural, I guess you'd call it competition.
so I went too heavy on, I should have brought it down just a little bit.
They're about 40 some odd minutes, and I threw in 12 podcasts.
I went
10 minutes.
45 minutes to bring it down. I thought we were close to an hour. But
Do I have to thank all my people? It's like an award ceremony. What do you think?
Yeah, the mic is yours.
Cheers. You can talk all you want.
I want to thank Emily for being the brainchild behind everything that we do. I'm hoping to be able to score some brownie points with her. I want to thank Matt and Rob for doing absolutely nothing for the podcast and hopefully coming here every once in a while.
Bring the viewers.
I want to thank Rob's mom, Haley, and our friends from Hawaii for really doing everything to start the fan club. Jim, I thank you.
Yeah. I mean, do you have any questions for Jim?
My pleasure.
Well,
He
after,
said he was willing to answer.
But I'm not done with my
Oh,
thank
you're
yous
still.
yet. Sorry.
Okay, you're still.
Jim, I want to thank you for starting the fan club. CEO, founder, general manager, president. That's
There's
a
other
lot.
titles as well.
Yeah, there's zero pay that comes.
I mean, this might be one of the best episodes.
My business card is actually going to be an 8.5 by 11 for all the titles.
And Jim, we do have a question for you.
Oh.
Would you like to start, Matthew?
No, go ahead.
Bobby?
I didn't even know he was coming.
I mean, question for you, Jim.
Yes, sir.
Are you excited to go to Antigua with Rob and myself and our spouses? And cheerleading competitions do get in the way of
Well, we're still working on Matt and Karey.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's never over till it's over.
Never over till
It's over.
I'm very much looking forward.
I'm hoping next year I can go. If you guys go again, it may be a one and done though for you guys. Like, you guys may never talk to each other. These two together.
Well, here's the thing. I have vacation with Josh, so I know that's going to work out.
Well,
Well.
like Vacation Bobby comes out, and I'm like, yeah, brah, no problem, man.
How low is that chair right now?
But no. I think it's. Oh my gosh.
Jim, I do want to thank you for coming in today.
Happy to do it. It was my pleasure.
I want to thank you for creating the content. I gave
You put
Jim-
some work into this.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, this is like
That took me 3 years to get invited back.
But hold on. I called Jim and I said, Jim,
this is like legit.
Yeah.
Like you got to bring this to dinner tonight.
Jim, thanks for coming in. The whole last segment, we edited it out.
That's right, of course.
Cheers.